On a typical Saturday morning, I found my husband, Aaron, sitting quietly on the couch, my phone gripped tightly in his hands. His face was pale, almost ghostly, and a heavy dread settled in my chest, signaling something was deeply wrong. When I asked what troubled him, he stayed silent, merely handing me the phone with hands that trembled slightly. The screen showed a paused video, one I had long since forgotten. As I pressed play, my pulse quickened. The footage dated back over a year, from a weekend escape with my friends at a seaside cottage. We were sipping drinks, laughing, and letting loose. What started as carefree fun veered into a reckless moment. A tipsy kiss with a stranger, caught on camera by a friend for a laugh. Back then, we all giggled and moved past it, never bringing it up again. I thought it was a fleeting, buried incident. But seeing Aaron's heartbroken expression as he viewed it, not angry but profoundly hurt, I understood the depth of my mistake. When the video stopped, he sat wordless for what seemed like forever, his breathing labored, eyes shimmering as if tears were close but held back. It wasn't just the kiss that wounded him. It was my silence afterward. The betrayal wasn't in the brief act but in the year I kept it hidden. "I believed in you," he finally whispered, his voice soft and unsteady. "I never thought I'd be the one sitting here, watching this." I tried to explain, to swear it was a meaningless, drunken slip I scarcely recalled. But my words felt hollow. In that instant, I saw a part of him dim. The part that trusted I would never cause him such pain. He didn't yell or accuse. Instead, he stood calmly, walked to our bedroom, and started packing a suitcase. That quiet, restrained grief was the most agonizing part. I followed him, begging him to speak, to let me fix it, but his silence spoke louder than any argument could. That night Aaron left. He said he needed space to think, but weeks passed without contact. I sent messages, called, even went to his parents' house where he was staying, but he wouldn't see me. Friends said he was different, distant, reserved, barely eating or talking. The worst was knowing I caused this, not just with the betrayal, but by breaking the sanctuary we had created together. We were best friends before we were partners, sharing joy over quirky shows, late-night drives, and inside jokes only we got. Now that connection was stained by a moment I thought was trivial. I kept replaying the video in my head, wondering how it reappeared, why it still existed. Maybe a friend had uploaded it to the cloud, and perhaps Aaron stumbled across it while using my phone for directions or photos. Whatever the reason, it felt like destiny holding me accountable for a secret I couldn't keep forever. After almost a month, Aaron sent an email. It was short. He wrote that he wasn't ready to forgive and might never be. He said he still loved me, but love alone couldn't sustain us anymore. Trust, once shattered, couldn't be easily rebuilt. His final line was, "I don't recognize you anymore." I read that email over and over, each word a painful truth. I wanted to argue I was still the same, but deep down I knew he was right. I was someone who had faltered and hidden it. Someone who had broken the heart that loved me without condition. Time marched on, but Aaron never came back. From what I heard, he didn't date again, immersing himself in work and travel. I remained stuck in the same apartment, surrounded by remnants of our life. The couch where we once cuddled, the mug he always used, the pictures I couldn't bring myself to take down. I see him sometimes in town. He doesn't avoid me, but there's no warmth in his eyes, only a distant void. As if a part of him shut off that day and never reignited. I've tried to move forward, but some errors linger, permanent. Some moments, like that video, stay carved in memory. I wish I could go back and undo it, but regret doesn't change the past. It only shows the cost of one misstep when love is on the line. The truth is, my husband was never the same after that video. And neither was I.